My grandma always used to say, people always think the grass is greener on the other side, but you still got to water that shit. And every time I see certain conversations online, I always think about that. I'm seeing some folks say Black people shouldn't be boycotting Asian businesses. Y'all gonna see what happened to y'all. And I'm like, what happened to y'all? What happened to us? What happened to y'all? That's the part that always kind of gets me, right? If Black people don't matter, if the Black dollar ain't valuable, if Black people are doing too much, then stop taking our money. It's really that simple. Go on and get all them other dollars. Open your stores exclusively in communities where you feel like people don't complain, don't protest, and they don't speak up. Since we're such a burden, go and see how much it works out for you. The irony is Black people have spent generations fighting for equality, not just for Black people, but for everybody. And now a lot of people that benefited from the fight that Black people did, they want to say, just be quiet and shut up. But if it wasn't for us, they'd be no you. And now some of the people who benefited from Black folks opening those doors act like Black people don't bring nothing to the table. And that's why I don't get offended anymore. If you truly believe Black people have no value, stand on business. Stop taking the Black dollar. Stop opening businesses in Black neighborhoods. Stop marketing to Black consumers. And this let us know when that little experiment works out. Because see, my grandmama also taught me something else. Folks don't appreciate water until the well runs dry.
I don't know if y'all saw the video of the young Asian dude who was basically like, yeah, Black people stand on business, boycott us, we don't want y'all shopping with us anyway. We speak less English than y'all, and we come over here and make more money than y'all. And that's whenever I had the issue, because at the end of the day, people really be talking as if Black people never came together and built our own communities. And then y'all forget about history. Whenever we did build our own communities, people like quite literally bombed them. Like literally massacres. Every single time we came together and did what we needed to do, people literally bombed our cities. So you don't have anybody out here bombing your cities. You don't have anybody out here like quite literally massacring your entire community because they don't like you. So you can flex. Yeah, the people didn't want you dead like how they wanted my people dead. So that's not no flex, bro. And don't feel as if, man, look, I ain't even gonna get into it, but it's too much history that people negate whenever they have these crazy narratives. Like, you can't erase history. You can't forget about history. You cannot erase the fact that people quite literally bombed the communities that we created. You don't have that issue. So stand on business. That's fine. If you don't want Black people shopping with you, they won't. Like, whenever we want to come together, I can do my own nails. I can have my own laundry mats or whatever he was talking about. I can buy Jordan straight from China and get them way cheaper. Like, that's not the flex that you think that it is. You did not have people literally taking out your entire community. So be grateful for that.
Hey, Black Americans, have you noticed that throughout this Asian shop owner boycott that we got going on, you got a bunch of Asians popping up saying, well, wait a minute, Rick Chow, he's not the same type of Asian that I am. I'm Japanese, I'm Cambodian, I'm Vietnamese, I'm all this stuff. Interesting, but you told us that we were just Black. That I was the same as a Haitian or a freaking Jamaican, that I don't have my own separate lineage group, my own ethnic identity. You know, whenever you mention reparations, you'll get white people saying, well, I'm part Native, so and you shouldn't get it. Were you a part of the tribes who owned Black slaves? I was a part of a different tribe. Or you get them saying, I'm Irish. And they mentioned that whole Irish slave bullshit. So every other group out there can distinguish themselves by ethnicity. But suddenly, when it comes to Black Americans, we can't. No. Either you respect my damn ethnicity or I hold you all in the same group. Pick one.
For against Asian-owned businesses. And here's why. You should never spend your time and energy in people that don't see you as humans. That if you went into their store, you would fear for your life. So let me give you an example. Anytime I want to eat Mediterranean food, I've learned that Mediterranean is a very loose term for a region that's currently being colonized. I'll call the restaurant and just straight up ask, is this restaurant owned by an Israeli person? And or is the head chef an Israeli person? If they say yes, I say, well, that's unfortunate because I cannot support a restaurant that supports genocide in an apartheid state. And not only that, I'm going to put your name on a list that I started in 2023, which is just my Excel spreadsheet, with other friends who also don't support Zionist institutions. And also on a tangent, like, what is Israeli food? These are the lengths that I am willing to go through in not supporting a business that doesn't see every human with dignity. We should already be boycotting corporations. Like, for example, Hyundai, which is a Korean company, their bulldozers are currently tearing down homes in the West Bank of occupied Palestine. So they're displacing the indigenous people. We should be boycotting, or at the very least, not buying the latest iPhone every year, because Apple is illegally mining cobalt and coltan in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and using slave labor to dig out those minerals.
And to the people who got something to say about people boycotting Asian businesses, why is it bothering you? Let's start there. Heart posture is everything. Even the black people coming out and critiquing it, why is it bothering you? Why? Is it bothering you that black people don't want to spend their dollars with people that treat them like crap? Tell me. Tell me. And then I hear some people say, well, the Asians have everything. They have this app. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. So we're going to do what we can and let people do what they can do. Why is that bothering any of you people? Start there. Tell me, why is it bothering you, especially black people? That since people are coming out, not the violent, stupid people, but people that choose not to spend their money with these people. First, especially it's a lot of the Republican conservative people. First, y'all was all on ice baby. And now y'all against black people with everybody, right? Yeah, this is what I say. This is ridiculous. And that's why I had to stop speaking out like to black people so much and reprimanding us, because people don't know how to take it into context. Because you're reprimanding your own people. People think it's a gateway or a doorway for racist, other weird shit to go on, and that other people can stand up and try to dog black people out all day. That's not what I'm here to do. That's not what I'm here to do. And a lot of black people don't mind that shit, but I mind it. I don't like that shit at all. I don't see what's the point. How is that bothering you? Finally, black people are coming together some sort of way. Why is that bothering anybody? Please, somebody get up here and tell me. Why? Why is that bothering? Oh, they could be doing this. There's people do. That's great. Let it start somewhere. It's not hurting nobody but them pockets of them Asian people who want to treat us bad. Don't act like this just started. Like I said, back since the 90s, I've been getting treated like shit in all kind of Asian shops. So what's the problem? This is crazy.
Boycott Asian businesses. Look, I know many people are angry. They think justice needs to be served. So they want to boycott Asian businesses. I know emotions are high, and if this is how you think there's going to be some justice, okay, I'm okay with it. But then when does it end? When is it, okay, we've boycotted Asian businesses enough, justice is served, now let's move on? I just personally don't think this is the solution. If anything, it produces more tension, creating some unnecessary race war. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Asian business owners that are like, what happened? Where's all my black customers? They're just trying to make a living. They're just trying to make money. Now, what's the answer? I don't know. If you have any productive recommendations, please comment below. But personally, I just don't think boycotting Asian businesses achieves anything.
I did a post about wanting to eat some Chinese food, and I was just wondering if we were still on a boycott/ban, and then everybody got in their feelings about it. And I'm just curious how this works, because I want to go get some Chinese food and y'all telling me I can't eat out. That's the first thing. Secondly, are we mad at all the Asians? Did all the Asians do something to us? Or was it just like the Filipinos or the Chinese or the Japanese? Like, did the Thai people mess with us too? Like, they all beef with each other. They have different beliefs and things like that. Like, are we really deciding that because Like a Korean or a Filipino guy said something that we mad at the Cambodians. That's the part I don't get. Does that mean the Indians and the Pakistanis, which are technically Asian, are we also boycotting them? What is the rule? Or is there someone who can give me like a list? Because you guys are telling me that we got to boycott them all, but I don't think they're all against us. There's like a bunch of Asian countries and nations. The same way there is a distinction between the lighter Arab African nations and the sub-Saharan African nations who are also beefing with South Africa because they're trying to get all of the non-South Africans out of South Africa. So we would boycott South Africa or say something against South Africa, but we wouldn't do the same thing for Zambia or Angola or Namibia. Y'all get me? Like, I'm just spitballing here. I don't know. And I know you're going to get on here and get angry and have an attitude. Some of you, instead of informing me and giving me some good information. So could someone give me some good information instead of attacking? Because I know some of y'all like to do that on social media. Thank you.
The biggest problem with content creation, it's not that coming up with topics or writing the script or messaging people that you want to work with or even message, brands that you want to work with. Is how do you make your content easily understandable for the fucking artards on the internet? The people that watch your content and understand what you're trying to say, they generally, okay, they like the video, they may not leave a comment and they move on. But the people that don't fucking understand the basic language, the basic English that I am fucking speaking, that is something I generally have no control over. And it's so hard to deal with. It's either people are disingenuous and trying to misinterpret what you're trying to say, or their English skill is so fucking poor, they can't even understand sixth grade English. And yes, I am admitting this. The thing I use AI for, it's not that to help me write scripts or to whatever. It's actually helped me to dumb down the things I want to say so more people can understand. The whole black people want to boycott like Asian stuff. I don't care. I really don't. You want to boycott? Go for it. That's your right as a human being. You want to say whatever you want to say in my comments? Go ahead. That's your right. I keep saying the things that the two black girls did is unacceptable. Just because you're upset with one single person, right? You're bringing in innocent people that has nothing to do with this, calling their restaurant, ordering a bunch of food, and then never going to pick it up. Just don't go to the salons or restaurants or, I don't know, clothes wash, whatever. That's all you don't have to go hurt those businesses. When you do something like that, it's actually not helping your cause.
When it comes to black people boycotting Asian businesses, why are you guys coming on social media acting like you're not racist in real life? Like, talking about something. But it's one man's action is generalization. You guys hate black people. Oh my God, let's stop lying. Let's stop lying. Let's stop lying. Oh my God.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made? That's made all in Asia.
You know what's crazy about every Asian person that's trying to taunt black people for saying that they want to support the black community and boycott Asian businesses? They all scream the same thing. Your clothes, your products, your this, your that is all made in Asia. Like they discovered geography all of a sudden. Yes, corporations outsource labor to Asia because it's cheaper. That is not the same thing as intentionally supporting Asian-owned businesses. I think some of y'all should learn that difference before y'all try to clap back at black people for supporting their own community. Nike being manufactured in Asia doesn't make it Asian-owned. Ford using factories overseas does not make it an Asian-owned company. Y'all are confusing exploitation of cheap labor with ownership, wealth circulation, and community economics, because some of you who have been making those little retaliatory videos think made in and owned by are the same thing. They're not. Black people saying they want to be more intentional about where their money goes is not racism. Every community practices group economics and y'all call it community support. Black people do it and suddenly everybody got to think peace. Everybody got a fake degree in international trade. And let's stop pretending these billion-dollar corporations love anybody. They will manufacture anywhere where labor is cheap. If tomorrow Antarctica got the cheapest labor, you will have penguins sewing denim by 5 a.m., bitch.
If Black folks boycotting Asian businesses is what it takes to fast track Asian folks into deconstructing their internalized white supremacy and anti-Blackness, so be it. Boycott. I didn't apologize to the Black community in my video yesterday so that y'all would magically trust me or forgive Asian people suddenly. I apologized to hold my people accountable because the Asian community owes an apology and the Black community deserves to receive an apology. Is it enough? No. But is it one grain of rice in the direction of repair? I believe so. Trust can only be rebuilt through action, so I will continue educating Asian folks in my life, both online and in real life, to deconstruct the internalized white supremacy and anti-Blackness, because Black folks are some of the most soulful, caring people I know, and y'all deserve better.
Let's read what this person says. The terrible thing is that these businesses could put out a statement or make a donation or fundraise for a Black organization, but no, you rather get on here and deny and call Black people racist. It's not about one person. I'm going to play your game now. Did you put out a statement or did you try to fundraise for the Asian community when those Black people literally were hurting, killing all those Asian people during COVID? When I got jumped by 5 Black people, did you put out a statement? Did you fucking speak out for me? When all the looting that was happening, did you speak out for all those businesses that suffered? I'm gonna say again that I say in every single video. Boycott all you want. That's not my problem. It's your right to boycott. It's your right to spend your money however you want. Just don't hurt innocent businesses that has nothing to do with it just because it's owned by Asians. I cannot be any more clear than this.
I saw this thing online of how the Black people are not going to these salons or this. They are seriously boycotting these Asian people. We are not funding them anymore. It's empty. Look at this. I thought it was a joke. Ain't nobody in there. Wow. Look at this. They are not playing. Talking all of that shit about the niggas, and the niggas ain't going in there to buy you nothing. Wow, I thought it was a joke, but they are not playing with these Asian people. Ain't nobody in there. Saying they don't need the black dollar. Uh-huh.
I'm never in Asian people's business like I have been this week, but take a listen to this.
I have something to add. Why is it that every Black person on my For You page who is commenting on the side-eyeing or not side-eyeing white people in H Mart, they get it like that, like what's going on and why that's a thing, but like there's fully grown Asian creators who are like super defensive of white people for some reason.
Black people do not crave proximity to whiteness. We do not think white is ideal and Black is less than. We do not put whiteness on a pedestal, and we do not try to assimilate into whiteness because Black culture is one of the dominant prevalent cultures in America. What you're experiencing is Black people knowing who our oppressors are, understanding the histories of our oppressors, and understanding how being in proximity of our oppressor has never benefited us ever in the history of our time here in America. Asian people have been made a model minority since your inception into this country as Chinese people. And that has been extended to Koreans, Cambodians, everyone else who's Asian by proxy. And that assimilation or that desire to be considered the model minority and to be propped up above Latinos and Black people always makes Asians side with the side of the oppressor, wanting white people in their spaces, being the group that marries white men more than anyone else as a person of color. And that also includes the proximity to whiteness that you guys hold. Now, you couple that with the fact that white people in this country are obsessed with non-white cultures, but do not prop up non-white cultures because they understand that the dominant people in this country, and they can steal from Asians if they want, they can steal from Latinos if they want, they can steal from Black people if they want. But Less so the loss, because black people have a tendency of calling white people out when they do steal our stuff and culture appropriate it. Whereas you see Asians don't really make enough noise to combat what white people take from them. So seeing a white person in H Mart, I would give the side eye all fucking day, for sure. Especially because I live in LA and I've been to H Mart a couple of times. It's the only place I can find oxtail and a bunch of other stuff that I cook when I cook Caribbean food or food that black people want. It's the only place where things are still priced regularly. And once white people find shit, prices go through the roof because come with me as I find this new cool spot in Koreatown. We don't need that. The reason why black people can call this out is because this has been happening to us since the inception of time. People like Elvis. Elvis is a caricature of a black man. You look at all of the boy bands that they stole that entire aesthetic and persona from R&B groups. Everything that has been made pop culture in this country derives from black people at a certain point. So when you ask the question as to why there are less Asian people calling out white people in your spaces, it's because culturally you guys are more aligned to be with and care about what white people think about you versus us. And if you want to look at any of the history of this country, which you guys should take a look at our history, but we're so busy, you're so busy trying to be above us instead of understanding that without understanding our history, you'll never truly understand your place in this country. But hey, this is a longer conversation and I'm never in Asian people's business, but I've seen this thing pop up on my page several times.
Get your fucking head out of your ass for 1 second, okay? All Asian people could agree with me on this one. Is that you are upset with one Asian person and the rest of the one that looks like him get punished for it. That's the questions that we're asking. It's not because, oh my God, we're losing a business that you're not going to shop with us. No. The question is, why do you punish people that look like Chow? That's it. Because we asked that questions, you went into, oh, so the boy was innocent. No, we're not saying that we're not grieving for the loss of Cyrus. We're not saying that we're agreeing with Chow. We're not arguing about anything in that matter. But we're asking, if you're not happy with Chow, go punish Chow. Why do you targeting collectively because we look alike? What? And because we asked that, you think that we're okay with shop owner to kill a young innocent man? Now, that's projection, sweetheart. That's not coming from me. I grieve and I feel more the loss of a life, okay? No life should be lost. That's it. I'm not arguing about that. I'm saying Asian people out here are asking, why do we get punished? Because you're not happy with one person that looks like us. And since you're not gonna get it, I assume that because you're operating through the emotion, okay? It's high right now, I get it. Let me cradle you for 1 second, okay? So here we go. Imagine this, okay? There's a family, okay? Mom, dad, and 5 children. 4 live out of state, in school or whatever, live their life. A youngest one live with parents. All 5 of them get access to support funding from the parents. One day, the youngest one stole dad's watch and sold it. Dad found out, got upset. He freezed all the bank account. And then other children call and say, what's up with the bank account? I can't access. And dad say, well, I'm upset with your brother. He stole my watch. And now the children, the 4 children are asking, okay, our younger brother stole your watch. We had nothing to do with it. But why we're prevent from accessing to the fund? Because the older kids asked that question, dad immediately went into, oh, so you agree that your brother has the right to steal my watch and sell it? That's not what they say. They said, why is it one person's actions affecting us? That's the whole point here.
So, for years, people have said that if you want to be heard, sometimes you have to hit where it matters the most. And in this case, it's the wallet. So, this is what we are seeing in Black communities recently. Like many Black Americans have decided to spend more supporting Black-owned businesses and avoiding certain stores as a form of protest. So whether you agree with it or not, one thing is clear, like economic choices can send a powerful message. Now, here's what I find interesting. Some people laughed when the idea of boycott first came up. They said it will never work. They challenged people to go ahead and try. But once businesses started noticing fewer customers in some areas, the conversation suddenly changed. And the point many people making this protest are trying to get across isn't that they hate anyone. They are saying if our community is spending billions every year, you shouldn't, like, our concern should be, like, you should have concern about our lives. Like, you should value our lives just as much as you value our money. And that's the heart of the conversation. Like, people want respect. They want to feel like they are fully seen. They want to know when something affects their community, the businesses benefiting from the community don't stay silent. Now, of course, not every business owner thinks the same way. It is important to paint every Asian American or every Asian owned businesses with the same brush, but there are many who have built positive relationships with Black communities. But in this case, they are also the same people that like, they're not speaking up. And I swear, like, there are some people who have spoken up against what has happened, but some of them are just making fun of the Black Americans, saying how they don't need their money, saying how they don't need the Black Americans. It's the Black Americans that need their products. And this is so crazy and disrespectful. And instead of responding with insults or dismissing their concerns, imagine how different the conversation would have been if more people had simply, we hear you, we value your community, so let's work together and see how we can go around this issue, as a community. And there are also bigger historical points worth remembering. The civil rights movement helped open doors that benefited many different communities in America. The fight against discrimination didn't only improve opportunities for one group, it expanded rights and protections that countless people have benefited from over decades. And that's part of American history that many of us have forgotten. As Africans, we owe it to the Black Americans. As Asians, every community in America that is not Black America, it is because of their blood, their ancestors' blood, and their fight that we can get to open our businesses and not get discriminated. It is because of them we can walk the streets. It is because of them we can sit in the same bus as the white people. It's because of them we can go to mixed schools where white kids and Black kids can play together in other communities. It is because of them, and we don't have to forget that. So when people say they want more respect and recognition, they are not just talking about today. They are talking about generations of struggles and sacrifices that helped shape and build this country into what it is now. And at the end of the day, every consumer has the right to decide where they spend their money. Now, if a community feels overlooked, choosing to support businesses that aligns with its value is a legitimate form of a peaceful protest. Whether this boycott continues or not, it has already started a conversation about economic power, accountability, and respect. Businesses succeed because customers choose them every single day, and when those customers decide to spend differently, people notice. And the biggest lesson here is simple: never underestimate the power of unity from a united community. Like, money talks, but respect matters just as much. When businesses and communities listen to one another instead of talking past each other, everyone has a better chance of moving forward. So, what do you think? Is spending your money intentionally one of the most effective ways to create change? Or is there a better approach? Let me know about what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe so that you can see more videos like this. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.